It's 60 degrees in Coma. Plants are starting to bloom, and so is the public drunkenness at Coma Springfest. This is Coma News Daily, the internet news source portal for the town of Coma. This newscast, like so many other wonderful things in life, is brought to you by Liquid Ham, where ham is a state of mind. I'm Dr. Jimmy, Coma physician and summertime Rastafarian, reading you the news as reported by the busy bees at Coma News Daily.
And as always, I'm T. Collins, Jimmy's former soulmate, screenwriter, local artisan, joining Jimmy remotely from our house where I can keep a watchful eye out for mysterious men in brown trucks who appear sometimes in our neighborhood.
As I've tried to explain to you, it's highly unlikely that the various delivery services are attempting to spy on either you or our cat, Mr. Mistopheles.
When Mr. M.M. senses danger, I pay attention.
It's highly likely that when the cat starts growling, he's just gotten into your spice rack again.
Are you implying that I overindulge in my spices use?
Of course not. Spices, as they say, are the spice of life.
Well, if there's one thing that me and Mr. M agree on, it's that the future is terrifying. Check out the following report by Coma News future reporter Thomas Stephen John, whose fever dreams of some truly disconcerting future events are our lead story today.
This is Thomas Stephen John reporting pre-live. An unprecedented spring cleaning bug will infect Coma residents this weekend, resulting in the temporary shutdown of the Coma landfill Saturday and Sunday, Coma News has learned. The first-time closure of Coma's refuse collection facility came to this reporter in a peyote-fueled fever dream. Not gonna happen, never happened, and never will happen, Moe Johnson, owner of the dump, said when told of the impending closure of this facility. The trash receiver could be overwhelmed only if every man, woman, and child in Coma swarmed the facility to toss useless crap, he said. The ultimate useless crap-throwing mob will only include about one-third of the town's population, but their deposits will be swollen by a town-wide internet failure that will render FreeCycle and Craigslist inaccessible. Oh no, I'm going to donate these really wonderful items I don't need anymore to charity, Town Councilwoman Natalie Peters said when told she will haul 4 van loads of crap to the dump. I only have to wait until next week for them to pick it up.
Transportation is just so important.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. What are we talking about?
Well, hello, it's our fellow newsreader, Shane Darvish, come to brighten up our day.
Welcome, Shane. Your chronic tardiness has become almost endearing.
That's sweet, Jimmy. I'm just so happy that I get to spend 20 minutes today with 2 of my favorite people in the whole world, and of course, our wonderful Coma listeners, checking in on what makes this town tick.
Tick, you mean like a clock?
No, I mean like a school bus. Coma students waiting for the bus last week wondered why the ground was shaking and why they heard thunder on a clear morning. It was just Desert Rose, the M1A1 main battle tank that the Coma schools recently purchased to replace its broken school bus coming to pick them up. This vehicle is really about peace of mind, Town Council member Natalie Peters said about the vehicle, which she pushed the schools to buy. That woman is insane, I'm just saying. No bears will be eating kids on the way to school in this town. The tank, which is painted school bus yellow and says Coma Public Schools along the barrel of its main gun, was somewhat hot, cramped, and loud according to students, but it was also safe. That's really important. I thought I was having a heart attack, local retiree Stain Bargemeyer said about the first time he heard Rose coming through the neighborhood. I saw this metal beast blast through my back fence and tear across my yard. That sounds fantastic. The school officials said they were still tweaking Rose's route, schedule, but most likely will stick to using roads in the town. Asked by some residents complaints regarding the increased militarization of the school system, I don't even know what that word means, Coma Mayor Dave Anderson said Rose was not a real fighting vehicle because she lacked armor-piercing rounds. Our students, with learning disabilities and special needs, should especially benefit from this educational resource, Anderson said. He noted that the state's only armored school bus was more than an hour away in the state capitol. By that time, probably any bear-related damage will be done, he said.
Do you like outdoor biking? Are you committed to reducing, reusing, and cycling? Hi, I'm here to talk about Jack's Organic Bikes. That's right, all the joy in a high-end bicycle without a guilt of a massive carbon footprint. Pre-owned, engineless vehicles, locally sourced from your friends and neighbors. They're guaranteed to burn fat like a steel blast furnace while giving you a thrill of a lifetime. So ride on, you come all cowboys to Jack's.
Jack's Used Cars is not responsible for the legal status of organic bicycles or future criminal charges related to the receipt of stolen property. Please use a helmet and bike responsibly.
I'm Dee Collins, and all I do is pump out the most amazing screenplays of all time and then sell them through traditional classified advertising methods. Listen to my ad and then contact me to buy my screenplay. This is the movie that you were born to watch. Unlike anything you've ever seen before, No Country for Old Men 2, Revenge of the Old Men, is a movie that transcends genre and cannot be defined. Javier Bardem, I don't know how to say his name, character from No Country for Old Men, is still on his quest to kill all the country's old men. But when he stumbles across a group of crotchety, arthritic geriatrics who won't go down without a fight, Bardem is pushed to his limits. Will he manage to kill all the old men who live in the country? You will have to purchase the screenplay to find out. No Country for Old Men 2, Revenge of the Old Men, starring Javier Bardem and that guy from Homeland. Exterior retirement home day. Javier Bardem is lying on the grass in front of a retirement home. His right arm and both feet have been chopped off. An old man using a walker is shuffling toward him. Javier Bardem, you cut off my feet! Old man, nameless, that guy from Homeland. Zip your trapper long hair. Javier Bardem tries to sit up. He looks around and sees his gun a few feet away. He tries to pull himself closer. Javier Bardem, you cut off my arm! Old man, that guy from Homeland, he doesn't need a name. There's plenty more where that came from, Mary. Javier Bardem continues to pull himself with the only arm he has left toward his gun. Javier Bardem, I am trying to reach my gun so I can shoot you. The old man quickens his pace. Shuffling his feet as he races toward the gun. Old man, that guy from Homeland, who we don't need to name. Oh no, I better get that gun first, so you can't use it to shoot me. Javier Bardem, I better try to get that gun before you do so you don't hurt me anymore. It's like we're racing to reach the gun first, and whoever wins this race will have a clear advantage over the other person. The old man, that guy from Homeland, says, I'm trying really hard to get that gun, but I don't know if I can move fast enough to beat you. But you're right about the person getting there first, having a clear advantage. JVR Bardam, I wonder what's going to happen. Who do you think will reach the gun first? Old man, that old guy from Homeland, I have no clue. I hope it's me, though. JVR Bardam, I'm hoping I get there first. Both men reach the gun at the exact same time. But that's all I'm going to share. If you want to buy this screenplay, only $7 million cash or cashier's check. And find out what happens, get in touch soon. Email me. This is an amazing screenplay that tells a story we really want to see in the movie. And we're led to believe would happen based on the title of the film.
Time was a man could be a man, set his own schedule, and seize his own destiny. Hey guys, if you're ready to be a man again without all the lame stuff, check out a place for those guys. Why should I live there? Because we offer affordable accommodations and wraparound services for all the recently divorced men. Services like house cleaning, we got you. Cooking, we got you. Alcohol, cigarette, and nitrous delivery, we got you. Therapeutic Swedish and Korean massage, we got you. Gray market stuff, look, guys, if you need it, we got it, or we'll go out and get it. Bottom line, find the life you've always dreamed about before all the other stuff got in the way, right here in a place for those guys. Dr. Jimmy has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into his backyard booze shed, and the thought of giving it up is almost too hard for him to talk about. But Dr. Jimmy knows he can't continue the upkeep of the 65-square-foot outbuilding with its mahogany bar and 5 taps, neon beer signs, and 5 flat-screen TVs. He recently separated from his wife, Dee Collins, and started moving into a home for those guys, and she wants the beer shack gone yesterday. They plan to give away the converted shed in an essay contest, and they're looking for someone who can express in 1,000 words or less how much they would love the shed and all its Bellagio casino-themed decor. That Las Vegas casino is the most magical place on earth, so I spent a lot of time and money trying to capture a little of that happiness and bring it back here to Coma, Dr. Jimmy said. Dr. Jimmy hopes to receive 5,000 entries at $200 apiece, that's $1 million, enough to pay off Dee's mortgage, buy a retirement place for him, and set aside money for Dee's adult education classes. We love the shed so much, mainly for providing an escape from each other and a place for Jimmy to sleep most nights, said Collins. This is a way to give somebody an opportunity who might not ever have the chance to own a shed. Dr. Jimmy added, if somebody who's really deserving could get this, I'll feel good about it. Dr. Jimmy and Collins will read all the submissions and pick the top 25. As a screenwriter, she'll keep an eye out for grammar, composition, effectiveness of introduction and conclusion. Dr. Jimmy will be reading for content, looking for someone whose passion is for sheds, casinos, and drinking. They'll give the 25 essays to a 3-member panel, a bartender, a garbage collector, and a used car dealer, who will select the winner and 2 runners-up. Throughout the process, Collins said she had to be mindful of how tough this is on her husband. She's well aware of everything he'll leave behind when he walks away from the booze shed. Dr. Jimmy began renovating when they had a garden shed nearly 10 years ago, almost immediately after getting married. He made the renovations of the shed his full-time project. Every imitation Rococo decoration was put together with his hands. He bought stools from Diamonds, a beloved local bar, when it closed down 5 years ago. The shed style is described as Louisiana lowland. I don't think anyone else could understand what it's like to bring something so beautiful into the world.
And now a selection from the Coma News Daily Classifieds section. Do you have a wife? Do you know how to competitively carry her? Do you want to learn how to win big at competitively carrying her? This is a seminar where you can learn that wife carrying is not just for fun, it's a test of endurance and sportsmanship. Sign up online or in person at the Coma Recreation Center. All kinds of wives and carriers welcome. Wife carrying, which originated in Finland, is a sport in which male competitors race to carry their female teammate through an obstacle course in the shortest time. Not only does the winner of the wife carrying championships in Finland get the glory of being the #1 wife carrier, he also wins his wife's weight in beer. Your wife can be heavy or light. You just have to carry her through an obstacle course. This class is at the Coma Aquatics and Rec Center, all weekend long during normal hours of operation. What should you bring? Your own wife and a towel. Workout clothing is also encouraged.
Now let's take a moment to remember with today in Coma history. On this day in 1982, Coma's Department of Transportation began installing math-based street signs. The equation-loaded road signage not only regulated speed, but also sought to teach the valuable math lessons to motorists. However, after several poorly educated drivers were ticketed for traveling at an excess of 1,833 miles per hour, the signs were quickly replaced with the standard miles per hour signs used today in Coma. The math-based signs were an inspiration for punctuated signs that were implemented last year in Coma. However, that program also has had its share of problems when some drivers failed to come to a complete stop at stop signs that included question marks.
Queries and Quizlings is an advice dispensary offered as a public service of Coma News Daily, and the advice is written by Coma News Daily publisher Davis Montgomery III. Dear Query Guy, I'm slightly overweight and feel unattractive. What is the best way for me to lose weight and look better to men? I really want a boyfriend. Actually, I really want to be married. What do I need to do to make this happen? Sincerely, dieting is extra tough.
Dearest Diet, the weight loss industry is currently peddling the paleo diet of your cave-dwelling ancestors, whose 28-year average lifespans were apparently the very picture of health. If chasing meerkats across the Great Plains and eating twigs holds special appeal to you, then such a dietary alignment may prove an optimum fit. However, it appears to me that the crux of your problem is the lack of an adequate spouse. I suggest joining your local polo club to help identify the very cream of Coma's edible bachelors. If you lack the funds or the je ne sais quoi to club with the finest, locate like-minded spirits by frequenting the local library, exercise emporium, or county fair, depending on your priorities. If such a spousal odyssey sounds as tiresome to you as it does to me, I would alternatively offer the favorite advice of my delicate wife: employ a hammer. Hammering is invigorating exercise. It makes you feel better, and sometimes even results in the construction of something useful. So have at that problem with a hammer, my dear lass. Signed, QG.
How to Anything. Create your own remote-controlled pencil by Stan Bargmeyer. Pencils would be great if you didn't have to spend all that time holding them and writing with them. Well, now you don't. Build your own remote-controlled pencil and enter a world of newfound freedom. First, assemble the following items: a magnet, a pencil, a copy of the game Operation, a joystick from a 1980s Nintendo console gaming system, and a hair curler. Next, using the pencil, sketch out a design of what you want your remote-controlled pencil to look like. Then, simply apply the basic fundamental principles of physics, biology, electromagnetism, and botany to construct your remote-controlled pencil. Finally, you are finished. Welcome to the Remote-Controlled Pencil Club. No longer will you spend hours having to write stuff down with a pencil by hand. Attach a remote control to your pencil robot and enjoy all the new free time you just created.
The following is one of a series of intermittent excerpts from Coma residents' blogs, published by Coma News Daily as a community service.
It's poker night at Bear's Biker Bar, and 5 or 6 of the regulars are sitting around a table, drinking beer and deciding whether to hold or fold. My dad is there, in and out from losing his mind to Alzheimer's disease. Today he thought my name was Janice, which is apparently the name of a woman he met before he married my mom. He said, "Oh, Janice, I should have married you." And I wonder if there's always someone better when you are married, because marriage is hard. It's hard to remember the times you ripped off each other's clothes when you're busy ripping off a diaper. It's hard to remember the times you stood in the rain or you laughed when you're knee-deep in house payments. It's impossible to remember laying in bed all day together when you're up all night with a child. I have friends who are single who want to be married and loved. I have friends who are dating who are desperate to get engaged. I have friends who are married who want to run away. On stage, at the bar, Charlie, the Coma librarian, sings a Tracy Chapman tune. I'd always hoped for better, but maybe together you and me find that if you got no plans and ain't going nowhere, take a fast car and keep on driving. And Dad stands up. "I got a royal flush," he yells. Bear looks at his card. "Stan, you've got 3 3s and a 4, and then nothing. Where the hell is your 5th card?" "Dad, that's a royal flush, baby. I win." And maybe that's where we are. Winning is just a matter of seeing it a little differently when it's not a real royal flush. To be happy where we are. Sometimes I want to get a fast car like Jack Kerouac, where I run away, I take a fast car and I keep on driving toward the sun, toward the ocean, where I'm a bartender at a seedy seaside bar, and at 2 a.m. I hike up my skirt and I run toward the dark ocean, laughing all the way until my feet touch the water. Ahead of me is rolling waves and endless stars. Behind me is the last of the drunk crowd, trying an uncoordinated coupling to keep them away from one more night in an empty bed, alone. I'm not stuck with anything. I'm just serving a beer, where I take a fast car and I keep on driving and write fluid poetry about the road and all its possibilities. I'm not a mom who's under the thumb of everyone's needs, where I'm not taking care of an old man losing his mind. It's me at a seaside bar where I'm sleeping till noon and touching the sea with my toes just after 2 a.m. "Sadie, get up here," Charlie, the Coma librarian, yells. In this bar, he's a warrior poet. His music matters. It keeps the crowd busy. "Okay, Stan, you win this time," Bear concedes and pushes back a bunch of chips toward my father, and we go on. I walk to the stage, and Charlie hands me a guitar, and he starts to strum. I know the tune. I remember that I'm happy right here, right now, because this is what I have. All we are is dust in the wind. Charlie winks at me, and we play together.
That wasn't funny or good.
Actually, I enjoyed it.
Obviously, Jimmy doesn't have good taste.
Well, you know, a good bar story goes a long way. That's it for Coma News Daily this week. For daily news developments that occur between broadcasts, please check out our website, www.townofcoma.com. Have a great spring, and until next time, be good, beware, and be newsworthy, Coma.